As a global events manager, before today's conversation, before Zuant, and you were doing events, were you essentially collecting the equivalent of a business card? And you had are we talking about the difference of night and day? We went from the information on a business card to actually how much time did they spend? Where did they spend it? What did they look at? Which videos did they look at? That person is interested in inside a factory and using a forklift and the conversion of a existing technology to a green hydrogen technology for warehouses. Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think of the 250 people that were there on site, we don't have these analytics for them. We know that they went on this tour. We know that they stopped at all 7 spots. We don't know if it interested them or not, unless you had the feedback from them. So without question, the analytics here are invaluable. It's something we would never get from an in-person only event.
So when you interact with perhaps sales and marketing, you are the global events manager, and in a company of 3,000 employees, I would imagine there's a lot of people that have a focus on sales, a focus on marketing. When you came back to them and said, here's the data analytics and the lead generation that we have, and the information behind the leads, what kind of reactions did you get from your team?
They love it. It's just an added tool for them. It's a more efficient way for them to work. And just as in we get valuable leads, you're also able to see what's not valuable necessarily, right? It's always great to have people visit. It's always great to know that people are interested. There's no question that there's competitors that are looking. There's no question that there's college age kids, in university looking, which is wonderful, but certainly not somebody our sales team is going to reach out to. So in those instances, it streamlines for the sales team who the focus is, who the mature conversations are, who you send us to sourcing, right? A lot of the time suppliers will, trying to sell us something, will log in, and that's wonderful. And we know to put them over on the sourcing side of things as opposed to sales.
Did it also help the sales team prioritize? I imagine there's never enough salespeople to call the number of leads all on day one, or all on week one, or all in month one. So did the Zuant data analytics, lead generation, was that instrumental in helping the sales team prioritize?
Absolutely. We have every business unit that we have has a sales coordinator, and part of their many jobs is to gather leads from an event or this 3D tour, and sort of plan out who in their business unit gets the lead and who has to follow up and things like that. So it does help. And though we're not currently using it, Zuant does enable you to integrate directly into Salesforce. So the reason we're currently not using it is because we integrate first into a program called Pardot, which is a marketing tool. And then ultimately, you look like you know that, Dan. But
the founder is in my office, in my co-working space. So
well, there you go. They're a lovely group.
Yeah.
And yes, so we go through Pardot first, and then give it to our sales coordinators to sort of divide and conquer amongst the sales team. But any of that integration is helpful, whether it's integrating to Pardot or Salesforce is helpful because it's less manual work that we have to do. And again, back to the efficiency of it all.
Yeah.